Edna Jackson, the Honorable Mayor of Savannah, Georgia. She spoke to us at our event we were here before, and she read our poem from our website, Sisters All on Me, Consortium COD. And I would like her to give us a few words that help us to cherish the 10 years that this monument has been here on the Savannah River. It is a one of a kind, the first in America for honoring our ancestors, our African ancestors.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's hot here, and we can't do anything about it. But I can tell, first let me say welcome back to Savannah.
Thank you.
And I was telling some young people today about the monument. Well, no, yesterday at the WW Law Center, there are young leaders coming up in the community, and I told them about this monument and how it got started with Dr. Jordan, and how she came and fought very hard to have this monument placed here. And I can tell you I wasn't on council at the beginning, but it was a fight. But you made it possible. Dr. Jordan just continued to come and tell us that she was ready to do whatever was necessary for us to make sure that this monument was going to be here in the city of Savannah. So thank you for what you did.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you a little bit about what is happening. This monument in my office is right over there. I can look out the window and all of the people that are coming, they come and they sit and they look and they have their refreshments and everything around here. It is one of the most looked at monuments here in the city of Savannah. And I would say it goes even beyond that. The beauty of it is that it was a project through the efforts of you, Dr. Jordan, and the city of Savannah, that we were able to get what you wanted to represent you. So I cannot talk about the consortium of doctors without talking about what you have contributed unselfishly to our community. Thank you again for coming. I look forward to being with you this evening, to sharing your wonderful banquet. It is always a delight, and a delight to see that you are continually doing things that are good in communities. So again, thank you on behalf of the 135,000+ residents of the city of Savannah. We are, as I always tell everybody, the hostess city of the South. Thank you.
For the Honorable Jackson, please, we have an outstanding presentation that will be presented by Dr. Ethel Pitts-Walker for our dedication, rededication of this monument. That will be selected here.
Thank you.
It's hot out here, and I know all of us want to get through and get in. So I'm going to make this pretty quick, and then Dr. Thomas has told me I have some longer time tonight to really expound on this. If you have not seen the movie Daughters of the Dust, may I recommend that you please go and get it. Young people, whatever you do, YouTube it, whatever. It's written by Julie Dash. There's a marvelous line in that movie that the old matriarch says, and it is that we are the children of those who chose to survive.
Amen.
The word is who chose to survive, not who accidentally stumbled into it, not who just bore the burden and said enough. They chose to survive so we could be here. Amen. This monument represents not just Dr. Jordan's hard work and the work of others. This monument represents the people who chose to survive the brutality of crossing the Middle Passage, of going through the field, of working, suffering the lash. The irony of this is, if one looks over, as you look out, as I look over my shoulder, of governors for African Americans now has in the forefront, and we like to think he's somewhere in the bridge so he can see it. So that for eternity he has to look and see this monument to the African Americans that he detested.
Right.
I think that as a 10th year anniversary celebration, we should all be proud. It doesn't make any difference what color, what race. This is a testament to human endurance, to human hope, to our own desire to have the chains broken, whatever the chains are, and to be free. I hope we'll pay attention to Maya Angelou's words. They are powerful. I know we all like to get to the last part of we stand with joy and hope. We must never forget the first part, how we got here. How we got here is why we are able to sit in this surrounding. And for African Americans, we sit here as middle class, upper middle class African Americans. It's wonderful that people have suits on.
All right.
But remember, they didn't have suits when they walked these pavements and built this city. They didn't have shoes on their feet. I know we like to see shoes on the feet. But I don't think there's one of us today that would have been able to go through what they went through, given who we are. So let us, on this 10th anniversary, just remember what this statue really is dedicated to. And I think if we do that, we can be very proud, not just again of Dr. Jordan, we can be proud of our humanity as human beings. Thank you.
Thank you. As we conclude the dedication, tomorrow morning we'll be going to the church where they have a new pastor, Reverend Scotty Penny. We'll be there at 8 a.m. at his office. It's pronounced Sweeney. Yes, and we haven't had a chance to talk with him because he's only been here a short time. And the party, we were hoping that some of them would be able to come. But it had to do with the fact they had a change in the contact person, and it made it very difficult. So we would like to acknowledge this artist behind us because he is documenting the history of African ancestors here in America. And if you have time to look at not only this, take a look at the artist's work. He's a graduate of Columbia University, and he's going to be Time Magazine, I think he said, contracted to deal with his work of arts that he's putting together. But this is, it says on Tuesday, March the 5th, 1833, at 7 p.m. The following slaves will be sold at Potter's Mart in Savannah, Georgia. Miscellaneous lots of Negroes, mostly house servants, some for field work. This was an advertisement. So he's making different works of art to show little pieces of what happened. So take time to look at the monument and then at the display over here, because I think it's a tribute. Many people are passionate about this. There's a professor at the University of the West Indies. He was going to be with us. He's written a book called Confronting Slavery. Confronting Slavery. And in the book, he got the permission from Dr. Abigail Jordan to include this statue in his book. And if I remember correctly, it's like 125. It's a large, heavy book, but I think you would like to have it. He couldn't make it to be with our book signing, but hopefully he will put on the website and you can find him. His name is Alvin Thompson. He's a professor, retired professor from the University of West Indies. So treasure this moment, take pictures, and join us this evening and this afternoon. Would you like to tell them about this afternoon very quickly? Attorney Carolyn Battle Thomas, our planning chair.
Please come support the COD authors from 5 to 7 at a book signing right outside of the Regency DE&F ballroom. And then at 6:45 there will be a picture photograph of everyone in the COD. And then at 7 p.m. we induct our magnificent new inductees. So, yay!